Hi all, how are you going? Welcome to another round of both these righteous readings, where the readings are often righteous and narrow. So how are we going? We're up to the Titania mid-monthly, February 14th through to month's end, 28th for Libra. So let's see what's coming in for you guys. Okay, Libra, your first card, days 14th and 15th of February. And it's a big one. It is a big one. The Tower. So, like I say, there's two really massive occult cards in this deck. The Tower is one and the Cross is the other. Now, the Tower is this occult card I was just speaking of. It represents protection from a hidden power or something which is destined. This is also true for the Cross, as I was just saying. In simple readings, it means that someone or something older or from the past is coming through. It is also a card which bestows a good long life on the person it is next to. So, this is the first card. And when it's drawn as that first card, it means the person being read for will live a very long and well and enjoyable life. So you're going, Libra, this is a really lovely card as your first position because it really does speak atonement to the fate that you've been gifted, the fated life you have been gifted. Not the choices we make, but the longevity you will have, and the fact that you have, I do believe, soul angel over you, guiding you through this living lifetime. Some sort of attachment there from an older individual, maybe a grandparent, it seems as. And they're coming through very strong, as if like just behind your shoulder, sort of walking with you, just a foot behind you to the right of you, behind you, kind of thing. Very much beside you through everything since their since your conception, or I'm not quite sure when the partnership has happened, if you've known them actually in your lifetime or whether they're pre your birth, but their presence is very much strong, I do feel, with that. So we go to the next card now. Your second card, my dear Libra, is none other than the beautiful card. It is the Lily. So this is a good card with the message of something flowering. It usually relates to business or to the professional life of someone that's being read for or around you. In certain circumstances, it may be related to illness, like coming out that ill state and coming back into bloom. It's all about coming back into the blossom of it, coming back into fruition, really bringing things back into a more blooming, more positive state of mind, and having everything around you also work in atonement to that. As I said, this can relate to business as well as the personal sector of your lifestyle. So it really does speak atonement. So things are coming in good. Things are changing on the your second card, which is day 16th and 17th of February. Things are going to start to feel like they're blossoming, feel like we're making progress here, and really feel as if things are finally now moving forward. Okay, so we will move to your third card now, which is days, of course, 18 and 19, and that is none other than the road. So when we're talking about the road, we are talking about movement here. We are talking about travel here. We are talking about a change here. It's really speaking to atonement of wanting to move forward here in a direction. The road is indicating a whole new path. You know what I mean? It's a whole new direction. It's a whole new phase here. It's for you here. It's going to be sort of very left of center, I reckon. Yes. So, sorry, I'm just looking at your surrounding cards because I see you have that lily that sort of says something's blooming. Then you got the road, which really is talking about a new path, a new direction, a real just whole new thing in general. Sorry, guys. Now, you may have just taken this direction, or it's something that's going to be coming in very, very soon. It is also can appear sort of when a new job has begun, or a love affair has ended, or someone has moved away, or moved country or abroad. 26 of flowers, a wonderful trip ensues. So you're going to be going for a lovely heartfelt trip, Libra, with that flowering bud of joy there. Yes, indeed. Definitely will be. I do like the feel of that, actually. It does have a lovely feel of just coming, something that's been long awaited, something that's been fated almost. Like it just, with that tower card, the occult card at the beginning, fated, blooming, travel, change. There's huge feeling here for Libra. Huge. Your fourth card, days 20 and 21, my darling. The mouse and or rat. So I call it the rat, but the book actually calls it the mouse, but to me it's more of a rat energy. This is not a sweet card. It advises alert behavior. The card tells of someone who's like nibbling away at things that are important to you. It's a robber mouse, and if it falls regularly and spreads or besides the first or central cards, it's always considered as a long-term loss in problem in loss here. The mouse is a negative card, but it's not overly strong, and normally other cards can override it. However, it is an awkward card and indicates that some tough trials may be need to be negotiated here during this period around that 20th and 21st. Someone that might come to life that's just been a bit niggling away at like a 10% off the top kind of situation. And you're finally going to find out their true intentions, how they've been doing that for quite some time possibly, or someone that's just being quite sly there. Your fifth card, days 22 and 23, is none other than the Anchor. Now, I do love this card because it talks about great security and represents the opposite of the road. It suggests us staying put, and that can be sure of whatever it falls beside. So you're staying put here with something. Because you've got that mouse, which is someone niggling away at your asset and or issue. And the next card is one of warning as well. The two warning cards have both come out in your read, so I'll explain as we move forward. So this is very interesting. So yes, sorry about that. The anchor does speak to a time of staying put, being very secure. Like ships at sea, they anchor themselves to stay grounded. So the horrendous tide and or surf or swell cannot devour the ship. This is exactly what, therefore, this does stand for. That it is time to really have grounded, being very grounded here around that 22nd and 23rd. It's so bizarre because it really, normally they'll really be quite firm with the way they the cards next to them will always give an indication of to what security bonded here you are being to Libra. These cards don't really tell me that. In fact, they tell me quite the opposite. So it's a wonder. It's a wonder. So yeah, like I was saying, the anchor can fall beside negative cards, like I just said, the mouse. It's telling you to stand your ground. Great uh, citicism is called for. So we really need to stand our ground and stand within our light here, Libra. And we need to not allow other people's thoughts and opinions to override us in our life. We need to be religious and cinematic, and we need to be vocal, and we need to be respectful in our way of going about it. But be firm and have strength here in that. Have security in that. 6 card days 24 and 25. As I said, another sly little nasty. It is the fox. And this is another ambient card, like the snake you made. Call that a person as being sly or call for a little cunningness on the part of you. And not letting things just come out. It's sort of don't tell everybody everything kind of thing. Keep some shit to yourself as well. So overall, this card indicates someone who is not being entirely honest or behaving energetically and not true to self, enigmatically. It may be the time to admit you are being deceived by someone, and the card near it will indicate by whom. It's someone that you have had a long-running friendship with. Because your next card is the ring, so it's definitely a loved one. Someone here is causing you issues because, someone nibbling away at your assets. You need to stay grounded. This is saying about a sly person or a cunning person, or you need to be a bit more cunning towards this individual because of the fact that they can use what facts they know against you, or they know when you have information is key kind of thing. And your final card, the 7th card, days 26, 27, and 28th of February, is the ring, as I said, and this is a wonderful card spelling joy in relationships normally, and as long as the surrounding cards are positive, but I don't see that because we've got the fox here. Do you understand? So this is a long-term or a relationship that should be of better standing, but they are deceitful, they are sly, and they are cunning. So we're not having strong bonds here, and we're not happy. We're having a real issue here, Libra, of a relationship, some sort of connection, something that has really been a long time. Really is speaking to a time of something that's not right here. Someone is sly, someone is deceitful, and it's no good for you. It's time for that shit to end. Libra, decisions need to be made here before February's end or around February's end, going into March's energy. I can't wait till the next round on your reading, to be quite honest, because that is insightful, and I do love a good insightful reading. Okay, so I'll just get set up for the next sign, none other than Scorpio. So my dear Scorpios, we're doing your mid-monthly Titania fortune card round. Woohoo! So this will be a 7-card reading for the next 14 days, February 14th through till February 28th, okay? So my dear darlings, sit back, relax, get yourself a coffee, and let's see what's coming in for the mid-monthly Titania fortune card round. Scorpio, I don't know about you, but I love these bloody drinks. Red Eye, but only the original plastic red. I have a mate, a Scorpio, and he absolutely, I was drinking this earlier and he popped by and he's like, red eye, classic red eye, red eye. I'm like, yeah, man, I love it. I got my daughter-in-law to get it because she lives way far away and she knows of a little place, a little deli or something near her that actually still stocks this mother. Honestly, people bring back the classic red eye, the red eye. Like, good dang it. Shit's all over anything else, mate, I swear. Okay, Scorpio, so coming into your reading, of course, 14th and 15th of February, we are seeing on that beautiful moon card. So this is a card of beauty and luck. It forecasts new ideas and invitations. It tells of growing good fortune and influences any other card beside it in a positive way. It really is a real beautiful card. And when it is your first card, as it is here, the moon suggests good health and positive affairs concerning all that you hold dear, my darlings. So there's really atonement here that this is going to be a good phase, a good point for my dear Scorpios. And when the moon sort of comes in the reading, especially in that first position, it really does say that you are going to have a lot of positiveness here through health, through affairs, through connection, and through yourself. Just feeling like you've been illuminated, things that you may not have noticed or seen or taken much a tone, like pat on the back sort of energy for. If you would have sort of brushed over it, it's not much of an accomplishment at all. Really pay homage to that at this time is, I think, the general consensus as well here. Your second card, which is, of course, days 16th and 17th of February. February. It is, of course, the bird and or owl. And unfortunately, this is not a bird of happiness, but it suggests alarms and fears here, my dear Scorpios. And as the owl symbolizes wisdom, you must use your cautions here in your dealings. You know, it's a sign of worry, a sign of concernment, and it is a sign of enduring grief and uncertainties. And the further you get away from this, what's causing this, the quicker you will recover in the way of being hounded by this feeling of just real not rightness. Alarm bells are ringing here, Scorpio. Trust your intuition, I think, is the biggest key here. Really trust that you know inside. Your intuition knows what you cannot necessarily see, hear, feel, or smell. It's just, it is prevalent there on that one. So then we will move to your next card, which is none other days 18 and 19, and this is a beauty. This is talking about the beautiful clover. Now, the clover is one of the luckiest and happiest cards of all in this deck. And the clover, is really on its own a real symbol of luck and prosperity. When it crowns sort of the central part of the reading, you're being protected and as if by magic from all your problems, and you may have worried about this card ends the sorrow, like this puts an end to sorrows. It appears besides certain cards, it even amplifies them even more. So I'm seeing here, you have had worries and you are going to feel release from this. You are going to really understand that there has been issues, things to surmount, things to worry about, but that time is now leaving you on the 18th and 19th. You know, you've spent your time, you've done the, you know where it's at, and now it's time to, have a resolution in the fact that you are moving forward. I do love that. Now, your next card days 20 and 21, and that is a lovely card in its own right as well. It is none other than the beautiful Lily, actually. The Lily card, I love this one. Okay, the fourth card, as I was saying, days 20 and 21 is none other than that beautiful Lily Scorpio. So the Lily is a good card with the message of something flowering. It usually relates to business or to the professional life of you. In certain circumstances, it can also mean the release from illness and recovery periods now, like coming out of the illness and now blooming back in to livelihood. This card generally indicates someone involved in the business life of you being read for, and it may make another card work in relation to work as well. So I'm seeing here that there could be some bloomingness in the work department, which could lead you to need to make a move, because the next card is the ship, and I'll get into that in a moment. I don't like to skip too far forward. So this particular card is a good card, okay? And it's with that message of flowering, of that bud, that seed that you might have sown quite some time ago, now blooming and giving you that advancement, that payoff, or that movement here. This is a bright potential here on the days 20 and 21st of February. I do absolutely love that, and its position is very primal. Then we've got this next card, which is also, I think, an atonement to that exact thing. So we have now the ship, and as I was saying, your fifth card days 22 and 23 is none other than that beautiful ship. This lovely positive card usually heralds travel, especially if it falls directly or beside the card representing the person being read for. Furthermore, the ship indicates important travel, whereas others in the deck, like the road or rider combined, might suggest a short trip. This is rural travel. This is moving. This is long-term movement here. And you had it next to the lily. So if the ship is supported by cards relating to business, which is yours, the lily, expect an improvement in your affairs, an increase of luck and fortune. In older days, a ship's cargo was its treasure. This card refers to the impression your ship is coming in, if you understand what I mean. Indicating that all your hard work is about to pay off. If on the other hand, if the ship was to fall against other cards, it would refer to something else. But I'm seeing here that you really are moving forward with business here. You really are moving forward with direction here. Now, this card, I do believe, is referring to this business as well. It's not worrisome. It speaks to the atonement of quarreling and or people sort of talking and being maybe a little bit slanderous in their way of speech. It is none other than the whip. So days 24 and 25th of February, as I said, we have that whip. The whip is a card of strife and quarrels, as I said. On its own, it stands for troubles and tensions, and the card besides it is which area the problems will arise. So I'm seeing here something's blooming, something probably work related, which is leading you to travel. Now, on this travel, or when you arrive, there will be a sort of bit of bitterness, especially if it's you've gone up in the business place into a higher position, and there must have been someone vying for it, and they've got something to say. Basically, it's going to come through a little tense, little trouble there. You know what I mean? It's just going to be out. It's going to be. It's not going to be an ongoing argument. This is like someone's got something to say. They're going to come forth and they're going to speak they're going to speak their truth, and then it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's the speaking of the truth. It has to be said. You know what I mean? And then it's going to move forward. It's in no way going to change your movement here. And the next card, like 110% supports that. But your seventh card, days 26, 27, 28, is none other than the freaking fish, people. Simply money, honey. This is a card of good fortune and represents sound finances and a happy monetary element at work. You know, this is just beautiful. And this card is an active in business and with cash. So watch this place, but carefully discover the best source of good fortune. So there's an amazing payoff here being offered to you, my dear Scorpios. And it's going to be definitely worth your time and effort to take this on board. It is going to be a winner chicken dinner, and it's going to really reap much reward for Scorpio. I love this. So I'll get ready for the next sign, which will be the last for this video. None other than my Sagittarius. G'day, my beautiful Sagittarius. This will be your mid-monthly Titania fortune card round from February 14th through till oh God, Cameron, this is so fun. Through to February 14th through till the 28th. Okay, guys. So let's see what's coming in for you, my darlings. Dear Sagittarius, this is a big one, February 14th through to end. First card, begin just straight off the top. 14th and 15th February, it is none other than the beautiful cross. Now, this card is a real, it's a divine in itself. It is a card of destiny, that you're being looked after, and that the road is in the hands of the gods. It points to the areas of most importance in your life. And depending on the cards alongside it, it really does speak to preordained destiny. So you've got the key as your second card, about secrets and things being unlocked. But we'll get to that in a minute, because this is such an occult card. It's one of the most powerful in the deck, and it's telling you of most power. Trust yourself in your instincts, especially if it falls in your first card placement, which it has here for you, Sagittarius. So your instincts are primal, and your instincts are peak, and they know exactly what you need to do here. And your eyes, ears, senses may dull or confuse you or make things complacent-ish for you. You must trust your instincts. Second card, 16th and 17th of February. The key, as I was just saying, this card means success, and it also suggests that someone or something, depending on the cards around it, may offer a clue to a situation or problem. You know, something's being unlocked. This is talking about whatever has been locked away before will now be unlocked. In its own way, this is also an occult card. It suggests a sense of destiny or someone with spiritual guidance. You're going to see something or feel something from the others, like spiritual here, very extreme Sagittarius. And the fact that these two have come in alignment together, these two beautiful occult cards, like, it is very strong, and this is going to pull you in new ways, I think, and it's going to leave you with a sense of maybe a culling of old belief systems, because then we move into your third card, days 18 and 19 of February, and it is the mountain. So just like this card suggests, this card represents something big or something rock solid. It also concerned with foreign affairs, and most often indicates a person from abroad. In some circumstances, it can concern an obstacle that needs to be surmounted, like, you know, you need to climb that freaking mountain. It's going to be extremely hard. And I'm seeing that maybe something that's been unlocked is going to lead you to really have to mentally climb the mountain. This is a strong card and bodies well. Always read it as relevant to important affairs. Like, it's really, it's something that's huge. Like, a mountain is a huge event. And when you're stood upon it, you look at it and you think it's rock solid. You can't go through it. You can't go under it. You can only go around or over it. Now, rocks are often, you know, rounded with treacherous ground or water, or, you know, all these other things. It is very obstacle surmounted, like, you know, so many obstacles surround even the mountain itself, not just the mountain. You know, it is an adjoinment of issues within that mountain. There's so much more than what it just looks like. But having said that, it's also rock. It can't be moved. It's saying to be like solidified within yourself here as well. To believe yourself, to have what you need to make the decision to move forward, to move that mountain. You know what I'm saying? Your fourth card, days 20 and 21, Sagittarius, and other than the dog. So this is always man's best friend, and he is a gorgeous one at that. So we are really talking about man's best friend. This card speaks to a friend of either sex who is important to you, and in certain cases, it can suggest that the person being read for needs to have a change of behaviour and act in a more friendly way towards others, have more compassion, be more loyal, and ask for less. It really does speak to friends and or reliable friends or companionships as well. So someone could be coming in a friend of either sex and really being very important to you at this time. Or it could be a signal, as I said, for you to have more of these qualities, to embody more of these qualities towards your fellow man and friendships as well. Sort of the atonement of what you wish to receive put out, and it will come back. You want a nice, generous energy towards you. It is good if you put that out to people around you as well. The fifth card nowadays, 22 and 23 of February, and it is none other than the book. So just like it looks, it is a closed book here. And this card suggests, of course, therefore, the unknown, what is yet to be read. So it suggests the knowledge about any given situation must now be researched, as certain facts have not yet come to light. The book can also mean the industry of writing and publishing itself. So, you could be penning something, you could be writing something, you could be revealing something here, and things coming really in, and maybe that companionship, that loyal friend, that dog card before it is an indication that a friend connection here is going to help illuminate this for you. But this is a bright card, but suggests events still to be disclosed, so it does come with that patience. I need to have patience here because it will all come out in the wash here, darlings. Okay, Sagittarius, your sixth card days 24 and 25 of excuse me, February, and it is none other than the Sith and or sickle. Now, this card is a card of pain, but this card is not a card of pain, my apologies, but it's quite decisive and indicates a sharp break. In a reading, you must decipher its meaning from the cards around it, for on its own it means little. Something's being illuminated through knowledge, is what I'm getting just of. Because all the connection cards aren't here to indicate a person in itself. Let me explain. Book. It's about knowledge coming forward. It needing to uncover the unknown. Sharp break here. It's forced you to make a choice. A choice that is led you to cut away from something. The moon. The moon is a gift of invitation. It's a gift of illumination. It's a good card. It illuminates everything around it. It even emaciates cards around it. It does have some pull here. But none of these cards suggest a person or behaviour. It suggests the current of what you're doing. They're action cards. And the moon is an illumination. So that's a real atonement to coming forth through things. So there is going to be a sharp break here, okay, guys? And it's going to be quite forceful. It's hard to say, as I said, it's true, but it will be a change here. It will be abrupt. It will be it's a sharp break. It will be felt. And as I said, that last card, days 26, 27, and 28 of February, this card of beauty and luck, the moon. It forecasts new ideas, invitation. It tells of growing good fortune and influences. Any card beside it in a positive way. It really, when this is next to the fifth or sickle, the optimistic, expansive qualities of the gentle, shining moon often soften the effect of the other card. Because it does illuminate all cards around it, and I was just wondering how strong of an effect, and I know it does affect it. So if this is only it's a break in mind, I'm thinking it's a break in mindset, because knowledge is key to the mind. It's literal language. It's a hell of a lot more than just, so something is being revealed here, which is leading you to have a sharp break in mental attitude towards something, but you are still illuminated. You are still positive, and you are still very optimistic about things moving forward, Scorpio. Sagittarius, my apologies, Sagittarius. It's extremely prevalent, and it's going to be extremely snap it in for you. The moment this knowledge is word and uncovered, it is an instant simultaneous action, and you will be so eliminated here, and moving forward into March, it will still be looking good. I can't wait to see you guys on the next round. I love these readings. I love these cards. Okay, so I'll end the video there, and the next 3 signs, the final video, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I'll see you on the next round. Bye, y'all.